what's up, guys? It's been a while, I know, and I do apologize, but I've been busy. I've been doing a lot of things, which is all going to be relative to what's coming in the Traders Reality YouTube course. Now, let's get straight to the business, man. Look, straight up. Why are you fucked from the start? I'm going to say it again. There's a problem with trading. And not just trading in particular, the industry itself, the industry on how it's sold. I don't understand, If you look at it logically, people that try and encourage people to trade are only just making them put more money in the market so the market makers can fuck them over. It doesn't make sense. But then you've got the few guys that actually charge people so that they can, get a bit of an insurance on the fact that they too are also in the game of trading and they too can lose money, but they want to subsidize that by being able to receive an income of someone paying $500, 500 quid, whatever you want to do, all right, for information that is readily available on the internet, I mean, I've spoken about this before, guys, and the reason why I'm talking about it again is because over the Christmas period, I came across some information and it's actually solidified. It's now going to take my trading to the next level. And no, I'm not going to say that this has completely changed my trading. And guess what, guys? You pay £500 and you can get this information. Fuck no. All right? Because the way I'm going to do it is I'm going to reveal my strategy, which I already have, but I'm going to talk more about this new element to my strategy and all the indicators that come with it. Now, when I say indicators, I know I say indicators are full of shit, but I'm just using it as a technical term. It's the name, the name for the tools of the trade. All right. So, in no way, shape or form, I'm going to come to you and say to you, right, guys, I'm now doing a course, a separate course, or a one-to-one on this. My job, or I feel like the way I become more fulfilled, is by putting it all onto YouTube. All right, so that if people are committed, they're going to go through the information and they're going to ask the questions. Because if you're the guy that's going to watch these videos in the hope that I have one video that shows you everything, you may as well just not bother with trading, full stop. It's not going to happen. All right. This is going to be an ongoing thing. We're in this journey together, guys. All right. If you think trading is a destination, all right, you're going to probably stop in the first instance and that is it. You're then going to go on to look onto other ways to make money. I can help you out there, go and do some surveys. I think that's a decent way to make a living, just doing online surveys. Do thousands of them, Let's be real, guys. If you want to achieve anything in the game of trading, you've got to be so fucking committed. There is no such thing as a shortcut in this game, all right? Anyone that sells you a course, all right, or that tells you otherwise, that at the end of this course, you're going to be a profitable trader, they're lying to you, all right? It's all about your level of commitment. How well do you understand it? How well are you applying the information, all right? That's the thing. The problem is guys sell these courses and they say you just need to study this and then off you go and then the rest is experience. Look how they fucking sell it to people, man. Pay me 500 quid, pay me £1,000, pay me £2,000 for this course, all right? And at the end of it, you'll have everything that you need in order for you to become a trader. Wow. Well, look at it like this. A new guy that comes into trading, all right, what are his options? You pay £500 to £2,000 for a course. At the end of that course, you'll have everything that you need in order to go and start trading so you can change your life and come away from the 9 to 5, for example. And by the way, 9 to 5, there's nothing wrong with a 9 to 5. It's a source of income. Traders now have no choice but to accept the terms and conditions of taking a course. And then if they're not happy with that course, they'll go back to that idea and think to themselves, right, what will this course do for me? Well, at the end of this course, you're going to be able to trade X, Y, and Z. Not one course out there tells you that you're going to be a consistently profitable trader. I mean, the term itself, consistently profitable trader, is bullshit, because there is no such thing as a consistently profitable trader. Why? Because every fucking winning trader loses. Every winning trader loses. You know? You may not have any down days or any down months, but you certainly do lose on trades. Because if you didn't lose on trades, there would be no liquidity in the market. Everyone would be right and the market would be completely fucked. You know? So, for the new guys that come into the game, all right? Go and, educate yourself, man. Go and read the books. Actually, no, don't go and read the books. All right? Because this is what I'm talking about. This is the topic of this video. You're being lied to. All these books, all the information that's out there on trading is designed for you to absorb and apply to the charts so that the market makers can utilize that information and profit from it. You're probably thinking, well, how does that make sense? Oh, of course it makes fucking sense. If I want you to do something for me, right, and at the end of it, the end result is I get X, Y, and Z, I'm going to make sure that you do more of that because you keep me in business. So where am I going with all of this? I mean, guys, look. Let's go on TikTok, for example, right? When you go on TikTok, you type in the hashtag trader or Forex, you're going to see someone that's got a nice car. You're going to see him showcasing you his setup. And then you're going to have the words on the screen saying, want to live like this? Look at how I make money consistently. All you can see is a pair of hands and a Rolex watch and a nice PC setup with charts. Okay? DM me for details on how to trade like this or how to make money like this. Man, these guys are preying on the fucking vulnerable people, man. They're preying on them. What the fuck is that, man? Is that what you think, your contribution to society is about? Taking advantage of people who are vulnerable. They know people are fucking desperate. Look at what times we're in, guys. And this is not me being a negative. I'm laying out the logic and the facts of what's going on in the world today. People all want to make money. They want to make money with minimal effort. All right? And unfortunately, that's not going to happen. So they will continuously try and find a quick fix. Even drug dealers, the guys that are on the street moving the weight, it's still a hustle for them. Yeah, the money may be good, but it's still a grind. How can you expect to walk into something that's going to be minimal effort? It's just not going to happen. And the same happens in trading. Guys, I can give you a system right now that's going to make you money, all right? But if you're not going to be committed to it, if you're not going to absorb the grind, you ain't going to get anywhere with it. Over Christmas, I came, I spoke to a good friend of mine after so many years. We got back in touch again, and, we're both traders. He's been trading 17 years, okay? And I've only been doing it 10. And he started talking to me about, catching up. And he was telling me about this methodology that he's applying. I'm like, what's this? What's that? And, we started talking and he showed me it. And it's completely transformed now the way I trade. Now, considering that I've been trading fine for the past 6 years, okay? The past 6 years, it's taken me that time to understand this methodology that I'm using now, okay? That's allowing me to trade for a living. But this new system as such has now completely flipped it. It's now allowed me to marry my existing strategy alongside this new strategy. Now, this new strategy is not new. I'm just talking about a couple of tweaks and the way you need to understand the market, all right? Both methodologies are about how the market makers operate. My methodology talks about the phenomenon of what market makers do around key areas, all right? This guy's methodology is from a market maker, okay? And he tells you exactly what it is they do. And I've managed to marry the two together, and it's completely changed my trading. It's like I was always looking for this one piece. I thought to myself, with the system that I'm using now, surely it's not that simple. Surely there must be more. And yes, there was more. If I didn't contact my friend, I wouldn't have been in the know, and I just would have been continuing with the way I'm doing things. All right. So I've had a bit of a transitionary period for me over the Christmas period. It's been every single day, just I lock myself in my office and just trying to understand, is it really that simple? Now, it's easy for me to say, is it really that simple? I've been trading in the markets and trying to understand the markets for 10 years. I've been exposed to it for a long time. I've lost a ton of money. I've made a ton of money. Okay? And my experience from sitting, looking at charts, annotating shit, asking myself question after question, why does this happen? Why does that happen? I'd say for the first 5 years of my trading life, okay, was dedicated to understanding, why doesn't an indicator do this, or why does it do that? Let me backtest it and backtest this and all that dog shit, Now this new system that's come into play with me, it's made it so clear, and it's hit me in the face. And I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, wow, is it really set up to fuck over everyone that comes into it? And yes, it is. The market makers, they are not here to help you make money. Okay? You're useless and you're nothing until you put a trade on. Until then, the market makers are on you. Your liquidity, your money in the market, that's when the market makers pay attention to you. And this is what you need to be aware of in this game. The market makers allow certain things to happen in the industry, because if they didn't, there would be no liquidity. For example, right? You've got so many trading textbooks out there and they all talk shit. I mean, who am I? I'm only just, sharing my experience. I'm in no way a scholar. I'm in no position to say, just because I've been trading for 10 years, I feel like I'm in a position to have a valid, authoritative, point of view on something. Who the fuck am I? I'm no one to the industry. I'm just the guy that trades. And that's all I need it to be. You need to be humble in this game, man. When you start claiming that, it's your right to be able to say X, Y, and Z, what, because you've made X amount of money, you seem to think you've got a hierarchy in the industry. Hell no. Take some of the world's best traders, right? They're the most humblest motherfuckers going. If you said to them, I've got a new system that's going to completely transform everything, they will sit you down and say, please show me. I want to learn. They ain't going to be like, oh yeah, forget you, mate. I'm making millions a year anyway. I don't care about your system. They will be humble enough to say, look, show me. I'd love to hear that, What I'm trying to get you guys to understand is something it's this. You've got your normal textbook, right? Get any textbook that you want, okay? And just look at the context of it. It's going to give you, fundamentals of trading, Let's talk about Forex. It gives you the fundamentals of what Forex is. Who are the key players, right? It's then going to say to you, the best time zones to trade in. And then it's got the strategies that you need to, that you can use. You've got, indicator based, price action, candlesticks, Fibonacci's, MACDs, all sorts of shit to put in front of the screen. All right. Now, this is why, going back to the title of this video, this is why you guys are fucked from the start. When I say you guys, I'm talking about anybody new. All right. The reason why you're going to have a problem in this game is because you've been misinformed. The information that you guys are looking into by going onto Amazon and buying a book on fucking trading, right, has been put there because they know that you're going to apply it religiously, because you're of the impression that if you do apply it religiously, you are going to make money on it. All right. Now, you may make money. You may be right 50, 60, 70% of the time. All right. I mean, look, let's be honest. You can be right 45% of the time and still be profitable. You know, at least the 65% of the 55% of the time that you're losing money, all right, it's getting put as liquidity into the market. You guys, you losing is keeping the market going. Now imagine it's just you. Imagine you multiplied thousands of times. Look at how many people post videos on TikTok. Look at how many people put it on Instagram, Twitter, fucking Snapchat, you name it. You're going to see someone that put something about trading. It's such a thing that it's like everyone wants to get into it, but no one wants to do the fucking hustle. No one wants to sit through a loss. No one wants to be able, no one will say, I'm actually down, $5,000. No one's going to, talk about that because social media is, we only want to see the good stuff, We only want to see the feel good stuff. I don't care if you're losing. Right? I only care about what you're winning because I want to be able to hate on that. Do you understand? That's what social media does. It makes people feel depressed. It gives people anxiety. Like, why can't I be that person? So I'm going to go and get myself a fucking broker account, deposit 500 quid, and I'm going to make myself $50,000 from it. £50,000. What kind of shit is that? Back to the concept of what you're reading in books. Market makers know that new traders, are going to apply all the information that is out there in books. I was speaking about it on my last video about breaking down the pairs. The number 3 is so significant in trading. It's literally, it's in plain sight and no one pays attention to it. All right? Take any trading book. I don't know if any of you got trading books. I'm sure you have. And just go and find something in any of those books that talks about the touches of a trend line or the hits of a certain area. Here's an easy one for you. Third touch of the trend line, make your entry. Right? Or triple top, make your entry, long or short, whatever it is. Triple bottom, triple top. Why does everything happen in threes? Go and look at Steve Nissen's book on Japanese candlesticks. Okay? He'll talk about 3 candles, the 3 crows. All right? People always talk about, you've got to have 3 pushes. They push 1, 3 phases, 3 levels, you name it. The number 3 is so significant in trading, right? Because the market makers know that retail traders rely on it. They know that these guys with that write all these books, right? They tell them to utilize it. Remember, you're a new fucking trader. You don't know the game of trading. So if you open a book, all right, and it says when it hits this line 3 times, okay, make your entry at the 3rd touch. So then why is it, okay, that when that does happen, you place your trade and then all of a sudden it goes the opposite directions, hits your stop, and then it goes back in the direction that you were originally in for? Now, come on, guys. Yeah, okay, you could say it's a fake out of a breakout, whatever. All right? But guys, it's because new traders and even existing ones were being fucking lied to. Now, I'm not here to start a movement and get people to be like anti-market makers. Nah, man. We need the market makers. We need them to be manipulating price. Because if they don't, then there won't be any exchange of fear and greed. Do you understand? There won't be anyone feeling emotional. There won't be anyone, the market makers won't have anyone to induce. Because if I'm of the impression that price is rising, I want to be in an uptrend and I want to take advantage of it, okay, I'm going to place a buy. Well, in order for me to buy, I need to be sold something. And the market maker sells me a contract to buy, okay? At the same time, he's getting his sell order filled. So whilst price is rising and rising and rising, the market maker is getting his shorts at the highest possible price. And then before you know it, it drops. And all the guys that have been going long, okay, are trapped. And they don't go out. And the market maker then does the pullback, okay? He makes those traders who entered in on the long trade, believe that they're going to be, it's only in for a pullback. Hey, guess what? I'll fucking add into my trade. They always say, buy the pullback, buy the pullback. The reason why they want you to buy the pullback is because the market maker needs you to buy his fucking trade. Do you understand? He needs the liquidity. He needs the liquidity on the pullback so he can start his sell-off. Because the pullback itself will pull back and then it will continue back up, but it won't take out the initial high that it made, and then it will go back down, and then it will start doing this zigzag movement until it makes retail traders say to themselves, right, hold on, what's going on? Oh, I'm just going to hold this trade because, it looks like it's going to go up. And before you know it, they've induced traders and they've made retail traders be so committed to this price area, all right? They've made them believe that it's stuck in a range and it's going to break out to the upside because there are so many books out there that talk about patterns and fucking breakout ranges and zones. It's all a setup, guys. It's there for you to stick to so that they can get their money in good. It's like a trap. Okay? It's literally like a trap. A market maker is going to make you follow this maze, okay? He knows there's traps along the way, but he makes sure that he scares you, but he keeps you committed on the journey. Do you understand? He keeps you with your money married to this trade because he knows that you're going to go onto Forex Factory. You're going to look at financial news. You're going to look at anything that's happened. What's affecting dollar yen? Is it in an uptrend? Is it in a downtrend? How's the economy doing? You'll make yourself believe this bullshit. And then you'll be like, you know what, I'm staying in this trade. And before you know it, it goes down, it goes against you, okay? You then say to yourself, right, I need to close this, or I'm going to move my stop and let it hit. If it hits this area, then I'm out completely. And by the time it gets to that area that you've adjusted your stop to, you say to yourself, fuck it, I'm going to see if it's going to pull back or not. And then before you know it, the whole move is retraced. Your account's in the red, and then you're looking at yourself thinking, what a fucking idiot. That's it, trading's not for me. Welcome to market maker trading, guys. This is what the industry is. Everyone's being fucking lied to about this. You're not using the right information. You're not translating it correctly. And this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to try my hardest to help you guys see the markets from my point of view, which I believe is the right way to look at markets. Now, I haven't created anything. This isn't something that I've come up with, all right? I'm taking two systems, okay, that are readily available on the internet, all right? They've been taught by guys. One is that you have to pay for one, but that was like, a few years back now, okay? And you can get it free of charge on the internet. There are guys that are actually offering it for like $40, $50, but don't pay for it. Just search on the internet and you'll get it, all right? I was actually told about this. So I haven't actually watched the course itself, okay? I've just taken videos from YouTube, and, did a bit of homework, all right? And it's called Beat the Market Maker, all right? And obviously I've got my friend who's told me more about it. So that's where I've got my information from. So I'm going to take that information and I'm going to relay it over to you guys. All right. That's my job. Okay. I'll give you the indicators, no problem. All right. I'm going to show you how it all works, because you guys are going to look at this and think, fuck, I've been doing it so wrong. I guarantee to you guys, you will be looking at that and you'll be thinking, shit, it's wrong. Now, some of you might be like, I knew about this, or I know this, I understand this. But frankly, guys, I've been involved in trading for such a long time. And when I came across this stuff, it just solidified what I was already doing, and I'm excited about it because I know people's feedback from it is going to be great. All right. Make sure, that you guys join my Discord as well, because that's going to get populated with a lot more stuff. All right, I'm going to be talking more and more about this stuff because I want to try and keep it as a tight-knit community, because I know there's guys out there that are going to challenge this. They're going to say, yeah, it's a bullshit thing. Well, you know what? It's black and white. It's what actually happens. Here's an example. All right, you've got 3 market makers in the world. They're the Asian markets, the European markets, and you've got the New York markets. All right, 3 different market makers. Okay. Now, the Asian session, right, it's a bit of a funny session. And I always wondered, why, let me try and trade the Asian session. And I always ended up getting caught in, stop hunts and fake outs, you name it. And I never understood, why is the Asian session such a bullshit session? What's going on with it, right? Some days it will be just going in a consolidated period. Some days it'll just fly up 50, 60 pips. I'm like, what the fuck is that, right? It was only until recently that I found out that the Asian session is where the market makers set the spread for the next day. It's where they set the initial high and the initial low of the day. Right? Market makers have weekly targets, and they conduct their business over a period of 2 to 5 days. Okay? They commit cycles over a 2 to 5 period days. All right? Now, I've said before in my videos that market makers have unlimited money. This is true. They do have unlimited money. However, they have to make money off that money. Okay? So here's an example. The Asian session, okay, it starts obviously about 1 o'clock in the morning UK time, GMT. All right? By the time that session is over, and then we're coming into the gap time where it's just before the start of London, the market makers in Asia are going to contact the guys in the UK and say to them, yo, what's up? We've got $500 million trapped long in this price area on dollar yen. And they just put the phone down because they know that the guys in the UK, okay, are going to do something about it. Sorry, I forgot to mention one bit. They've got $500 million long and they've got $200 million short. So they finish the conversation, and the guys in the UK know what they need to do. They need to tap the liquidity in order for them to make money off that $500 million trapped in in dollar yen. Okay, they need to perform a certain behavior, okay, to make the guys up there stay committed. They need the guys up there, they need their liquidity so that they can get their money in good. All right. And what I'm going to do, with the purpose of me doing the breaking down the pairs series as such, right, is so that you guys can see this in real time. All right, because it's the only way that I can show you. I can pull up charts and say, look, you buy here and all of that shit, and make it like a really, like a school thing. But guys, look, we may be limited with our time, all right? So I can only do it as, whilst it's there. It's either going to be in a live video, and what I'm going to be doing over next week is, starting from Tuesday, I'm just going to be talking through charts, all right? I'm just going to be going through my thoughts. I'm not going to be paying attention to really anyone asking any questions. If you do have questions, just put them in the comments box and I'll get back to you with them, all right? But I'm just going to do it from my point of view. I'm going to do it as if no one's listening or no one's watching. I'm going to go through my exact routine of how I try and break down what's going on in the market. What do I want to project is going to happen based on the information that I understand. And that's the only way I know you guys are going to learn. It's the only way I know that I can get this information over to people, is if I just do it in real time, all right? Do it as and when I'm doing it. Because what a lot of these gurus don't really do is they don't actually sit you down and, they don't document the whole process of them making a decision about something. Only a few do it. I'm not saying that everyone is shit or everyone's a fucking guru. I'm not saying that, because there are guys that are out there that are honest. There are guys out there that genuinely do have an interest in trying to help people, and they don't get enough fucking credit. That's why, and all the credit now is going to the fucking gurus, and they're getting slated. They're the ones getting called out as scammers, and all the attention's on them. What the fuck is that? And the fucked up thing is even though there's people that are discrediting them, people will still go and buy their course. I don't fucking get that. I don't get it. You know? How can someone who's, cussing about these gurus with sufficient evidence, and yet some people still actually just go ahead and fucking, it's I'm the rebel, go against the herd kind of thing. Well, you're fucking mugging yourself off, man. If the guy's saying that he's literally just copied and pasted the information from somewhere and he's charging you 500 quid for it, if you're happy to still pay the 500 quid, you need to maybe knock your head a few fucking times, man. Either that or you must be stupid, Now, I'm not talking like this to anyone indirectly on this channel. I'm just telling to you guys exactly what's going on out there. And I'm sure a lot of you can relate with it. I'm sure you see it yourselves. Hell, fuck, I used to do it, man. I used to be the guy that would go and fucking pay X amount for a course, for an indicator. Fucking hell. What else could I do? I come into the game of trading. I didn't know how to trade. Let me turn to someone that knows. Oh, he can teach me. How much? 500. Let's do it. I did it once. Didn't like it. Go again. And every time I changed, it started getting more and more expensive. In the end, I ended up learning myself. So what I want you guys to understand is this. Trading, the industry itself, the business is designed for the market makers to make money, not you. Okay? The guys that are like, we're crushing the market, we're doing this, we're doing that, I take my hat off to them. Okay? Because they're probably, look, the guys that show you how much they win more than what they lose are losing a lot. I'm always going to be wary of the guy that tells me about how much money he wins. I'm going to pay attention to the guy that tells me how much he loses and why. Because I can learn from him. Because I can learn something from him. I can learn why I don't need to do what he's done. How did you lose that 50 grand, dude? Oh, I did this. Right, okay, noted. I ain't going to do that. Oh, how did you make that 80 grand, dude? It's just, buy my course, man. Do you see the difference? Buy my course and you'll know. And they say it with such confidence as well. Because when you say, I made 80 grand in a day, you're going to look at that 500 quid and think, what the fuck is that? What is 500 quid? I could make 80 grand. Fuck it, I'm going to buy the course. There you go, you've been closed. Gurus are fantastic salesmen. All right? They are the best salesmen. What I need you guys to understand is the markets themselves, the application of when you buy something and when you sell something, there is a reason behind it. There is something as an external force, whatever you want to call it. There is a motive behind it. All right. When price hits a certain area, there's a reason why. When price drops, retraces, and then drops again, okay, there's a reason for it. It's not because the indicators all merge together. It's not because of this, or your stochastics or anything like, guys, look, there's nothing wrong with indicators, all right? They should be there as a guide, all right? The only indicator that you guys have is price. And behind that, all right, you need to understand what's going on with price. Why is price making highs? Why is it making lows? Why is it trading sideways? What has happened in the last 2 sessions? What cycle are we in? At what point does the market maker need to make a return on for his money? These are the sort of questions you need to be asking yourself. Not if your stochastic is in overbought or oversold situations. Nah, man. Nah. Anyone that tells you about an indicator knows more about the indicator and knows what else they need to know that they're not telling you. If there was a system as such that knew how to rip the market to pieces, okay, they'd be charging a lot more for it. Now, As I said to you before, there are guys out there that do offer courses that do actually show you how to beat this game. All right? You're going to be what? Right, 50, 60, 70% of the time. And I think you guys want to be in this business to be making at least 80 to 90% win rate, you know? And you can achieve that. Believe me, you can achieve a 75 plus win rate, all right? If you know what's going on with with price, okay, with how the market makers do things. That was a bit of a big call there, you know? And a lot of people will say like, you're fucking crazy. Well, they thought that this guy who did this course to beat the market maker, they thought he was fucking crazy. And that guy's made over 2 million pips. So, there's a bit of a head scratching moment for me there where I'm thinking, well, you know what? If he's made 2 million pips and he's verified that he's made 2 million pips, and you've got the guy saying it's impossible to have a win rate of anything above 75%, who am I going to fucking listen to? You know? So, right now, guys, I've chewed your ear again. And I need you to understand that when you come into this game, okay, just have an open mind. Don't just go by what you see, right? Don't go by what everyone's doing. Don't be the guy that opens up TradingView, draws a couple of lines and thinks he's a fucking trader. You know? The only guys that are winning, okay, when you open a chart up on TradingView is the company TradingView, because you're going to want the pro version, you know? Social media has actually allowed businesses to explode because you've got one guy that says I made 80k, all right, and he's using TradingView. People then marry 80k TradingView. If he's using that, why can't I do it? All right, let me go and get a subscription for TradingView. Done. TradingView wins. It's always engineered for the bigger players to win. No, we need to start, as the smaller players, we need to start taking our cut from the pie. All right? Guys, if you've managed to sit through this and listen to me, I thank you so much. But we're going to get through this now. We're going to go through onto Series 2. We're going to be doing more on the breaking down the pairs. I've got so much more stuff to give you guys, all right? As I said, my goal is to get you guys aware, all right? Let's fucking do this.